Hi, dear friends and subscribers. Welcome to the Cricket Happening show of yours today. And well, we are looking at one match where it was West Indies versus Australia. Today was the third Test match. Michael Clarke, the Australian captain, weaving up weaving up some very good bowling there, picking up his second fiver in his Test career, and actually. West Indies actually doing. There was a bit of a fight from Darren Sammy, but basically Michael Clarke did everything, and West Indies lost the match by 75 runs, with Australia going on to a 2-0 series victory. And I will also talk about the Mumbai Indians match in the IPL 2012, where Mumbai Indians were the vanquished one. The victors were Delhi Daredevils, who actually took this match. So first, let me start off with the victory by Australia over West Indies, taking 2-0. Winning the series 2-0. So it's all over as far as the Australia versus West Indies series is concerned. West Indies were set up a target today. As you know, they were to get 370 odd runs, and they finished at 294. As far as today it was concerned, Nasim Narayan was the first to go. He was caught and bowled by Michael Clarke for 13. That was the fourth wicket for Michael Clarke today. The only thing that one could talk about here, Carlton Bog was also out cheaply for 12, and Carlton Bog also does not find a place in the West Indies scheme of things, as Dinesh Ramadhan has been selected for the England tour, and out goes Carlton Bog. And also Craig Braithwaite has not been selected for the England tour. The only good thing about for West Indies was the fighter, the captain of the West Indies team, who has really galvanized this unit. And there are a lot of positives to look for in this particular Australia-West Indies series due to Darren Sammy. And Darren Sammy led the way today by smacking 3 sixes of the bowling of Michael Clarke, and he collected 61 runs. He kept the fight going, even though it was a losing battle. Kemar Roche was consumed by Nathan Lyon for 2. Ravi Rampal fell to Michael Clarke for 11, giving him his second 5-wicket bag in his Test career. Shane Shillingford, the score was 245 for 9, and it thought that Australia was going to wrap it up, but it was a very stubborn partnership with both the players playing strokes. Darren Sammy also indulging himself. Shane Shillingford stroking boundary 6 fours in his unbeaten knock of 31 of 46 balls. But the man to be out was Darren Sammy, as he was caught by Ben Hilfenhauser bowling Nathan Lyon for a very good 61, a fighting 61, a very aggressive 61 of just 51 deliveries, smacking 4 fours and 3 sixes. And the end, West Indies losing the match by 75 runs. Well, as far as the bowling figures is concerned, Michael Clarke, 23 overs, 1 maiden, 86 runs and 5 wickets. The last this was done was by the former captain Alan Border, I do remember that, and 3 for 87 for Nathan Lyon. So basically it was absolutely wrapped up by Australia, unless the Sammy and the Shillingford stand really stretched things as far as West Indies were concerned. So West Indies all out for 294, losing the series. But what a series this has been. The one-day series was well contested. The 2020 series was well contested. And I thought West Indies have a lot of positives to take from here. Their batting has really looked good. They have a lot of good batsmen in the team. Their bowling, well, thanks to Otis Gibson, the coach, and Darren Sammy, this West Indian unit is really looking powerful. Even though they lost it, it's a learning curve for them. The team has been selected for the England tour, and what West Indies have done is they have gone for pace. They have included a rookie by the name Shannon Gabriel into the team, who has been having some good A championship performances, and also Asad Fuddin was included for this Dominica third test, but didn't actually get a chance in the third test, has also been taken in the team. Out goes Carlton Bog, the wicketkeeper. In comes Dinesh Ramadhan, the wicketkeeper, after the injury. Devendra Bishu doesn't find a place here. Shane Shillingford, as you know, he has proved himself. And well, as I said, West Indies have decided to go for pace as far as the English trip is concerned, and so they are plump for pace. So Devendra Bishu doesn't find a place in the team. He will be playing for West Indies A against India A when it takes place. And Craig Braithwaite, the opener, doesn't find a place. But I'm very happy that Kieran Powell has found a place in the team. Well, other than that, and Marlon Samuels comes back after the IPL, so he will be joining West Indies. So that's the squad as far as West Indies are concerned for the England tour. The first match is the tour match, which they play against Sussex at Hove, I suppose. And then on 17th of May is the first test at the mecca of English cricket, the Lord's Cricket Ground. And what a series it is going to be. Now, let's first, now let me talk about the IPL 2012, where today was the match between the Mumbai Indians and the Delhi Daredevils. As you know, Delhi Daredevils in the previous match, previous clash that they had, Delhi Daredevils had bowled out the Mumbai Indians for just 92 runs. But here, Delhi Daredevils today got first strike on the pitch, and they showed their batting might by putting on 207 on the board. Always going to be a difficult target, with Mahela Jayawardene and Virender Sehwag, the captain, leading the way with a very, very punishing partnership. In fact, Mahela Jayawardene cracked 3 boundaries of a Lasith Malinga over. And Virender Sehwag, well, he was playing some superb strokes, and both of them were matching stroke for stroke, and they had taken the score to 135, at which time the 135 run partnership came in the 14th over, and that was the time Mumbai Indians got their first breakthrough when Robin Peterson picked up the wicket of Mahela Jayawardene, who was caught by Rohit Sharma for 55 of 42 balls with 8 fours. Virender Sehwag continued his stroke making, hitting 8 fours and 4 sixes in a knock of 73 of just 39 deliveries. He was carving the bowlers all across the park, and some of the strokes that he played were stupendous. Kevin Peterson joined him. Kevin Peterson just went and blasted 50 of just 26 deliveries, 6 fours and 3 sixes. So that really gives you an account of how Kevin Peterson was. There was some reverse switch hit sixes too in that particular knock of his. Irfan Pathan was out for a blob. Robin Peterson was the man who also, in fact, was always among the wicket taking. And then Lasith Malinga had Ross Taylor LBW, who made a very quick 15 of just 7 deliveries, smacking 2 sixes in that knock. Yogesh Nagar was out for a duck, and 207 for 5 was the final tally on the board. Thanks to that partnership between Virender Sehwag and Mahela Jayawardene, and then Kevin Peterson coming in and pasting those 50 runs of just 26 deliveries. Bowling figures, we will have a look at bowling figures. The bowling figures doesn't make any happy reading. Malinga's 4 overs to 31 were the best. 4 overs for 41 for R.P. Singh. Rahul Shukla, 3 overs went for 31. Harbhajan Singh, again wicketless. 4 overs no maiden, none for 42. Robin Peterson was, as I said, he was among the wickets, 3 for 37, and 1 over for 23 for Kieron Pollard, where Virender Sehwag smacked him for 2 fours and 2 sixes, and Kieron Pollard couldn't bowl again. In fact, he had a shoulder injury because he fell while taking a catch in point. He couldn't click on to the catch, and he had a shoulder, and that really reflected when Mumbai Indians batted. And Mumbai Indians finishing short. It's a big win for the Delhi Daredevils. They won this match by a very good margin. It's a crushing victory, I would say, because the margin by which they won was almost it was 37 runs for win for Delhi Daredevils. And for Mumbai Indians, they didn't have a good start. They lost 3 wickets in quick succession. Aiden Blizzard was a victim of Irfan Pathan for a duck. Sachin Tendulkar fell to Moni Morkel for 7, and Rohit Sharma, after hitting a 1-4 and 1-6, was out to Irfan Pathan for 12. So that made the score 19 for 3. And then it was Dinesh Karthik and Ambati Rayudu who really combined into a very, very good partnership, and they were doing all the hard work for the Mumbai Indians. Recovered. Rohit Sharma was Ambati Rayudu was looking very good. He was playing some meaty strokes, and Dinesh Karthik, on the other hand, was also looking in fine touch, and both were combining well, and they were doing all the hard work, and they raised the score to 115, and at which time one would have hoped that Mumbai Indians had a hope there, but that was the time when Dinesh Karthik fell, clean bowled by Ajit Agarkar for 40 of just 28 deliveries, 7 fours, and this partnership was very vital. Once this partnership was broken, it all started going down for the Mumbai Indians. Kieron Pollard walked in, but Kieron Pollard, well, even though he hit 1-4 and 1-6 of just 9 balls, making 16 runs, he had the problem with his shoulder, as I said. And in fact, after Dinesh Karthik, Ambati Rayudu followed him to the pavilion when Shahbaz Nadeem did some very great strikes, I would say, in the 16th over. In fact, he was on a hat-trick. He didn't get the hat-trick, but Shahbaz Nadeem, as left-arm bowler, has been very, very impressive, as you know. And today, what he did is he picked up the very dangerous Ambati Rayudu's wicket for 62 of 39 balls with 5 fours and 3 sixes. And Kieron Pollard was sent back to the pavilion as he missed a ball from Shahbaz Nadeem. It was a clean bowl for 16. And that really set the tail, and Kieron Pollard was out in 139 for 6, 16th over. It was Robin Peterson and Harbhajan Singh But well, Robin Peterson couldn't do much. He was run out for 2. Harbhajan Singh was there in the losing cause, contributing 15 of 12 balls, and things started slipping away from the Mumbai Indians, and they restricted to 170 for 9 of their 20 overs, and that's it. That was the victory for Delhi Daredevils. Irfan Pathan 4 overs 2 for 46. Shahbaz Nadeem very impressive 2 for 35. That was those important strikes that he did of Raidu and Pollard, according to me, was the turning point in this game. Morne Morkel 4 overs 1 for 21 on the money and also taking a wicket. Umesh Yadav 4 overs 2 for 36, and Ajit Agarkar was also looking good, 4 overs no maiden 1 for 32. So that's it. So this match is all over. And well, the Mumbai Indians for the second time in succession in the IPL 2012 losing to Delhi Daredevils. Thanks for your company and thanks for watching Cricket Happenings. This is your host Ram signing off. Thank you.